February 17th will, of course, be UFC 298. Alexander Volkanovski versus Ilia Topuria. Of course, Volkanovski will be defending his UFC Featherweight World Championship against, of course, Ilia Topuria. And, of course, this also has a very good card. Of course, they have Merab Dvalishvili versus the former double champion Henry Cejudo, Triple C. Geoff Neal will be fighting the undefeated Ian Gary. Robert Whittaker, coming off of his loss to the now UFC middleweight world champion Dricus du Plessis, will be taking on Paulo Costa. Of course, doing whatever the hell he's doing nowadays. Of course, main event, Alexander Volkanovski versus Ilia Topuria. That being said, Merab, I'm not pronouncing his last name anymore. Of course, he's 33 years old with 16 wins, 4 losses. Coming off of very, very nice wins. Of course, most recently being Peter Yan, where he absolutely gave him PTSD. That says a lot. Also, Jose Aldo. Never knew he kept fighting after that, but whatever. Yeah, I never knew Jose Aldo kept fighting until 2022. I don't know. But, of course, he'll be fighting Henry Cejudo, Triple C. People say flyweight world champion, gold medalist, and bantamweight world champions. Other people say bantamweight world champion, flyweight world champion, and cringe. But anyways, Henry Cejudo, the messenger, 16-3, 36 years old, very old. But of course, coming off of his loss, split decision to the former UFC bantamweight world champion Aljamain Sterling. Most people thought it was a very competitive fight. Of course, it was because he lost split decision. Some people thought that he won, he pulled it off. Other people said, he was close, but them giving it to Sterling, not that bad. Of course, he came off of a 3-year layoff to fight Aljamain Sterling to a split decision. That says a lot. It's not like John Jones, but come on. One was fighting for the vacant world title. One was fighting the reigning champion. So, I don't know. John Jones versus Ngannou, I don't know. All I'm saying is Ngannou might have chin-checked him. But of course, who do I got winning? Look, I'm going to be real with you. I was going to pick Henry Cejudo easy because, double champion. Fought Aljamain Sterling to a split decision, which says a lot. But Merab is also not that young either. He's 33. He's definitely younger than Henry Cejudo. But of course, the Machine, of course, is known as the guy who spams takedowns, which is someone you never want to fight in an online fighting game. Someone who spams moves should get banned. But of course, this is real life, no banning. But of course, I get Henry Cejudo. I'm sorry, I don't see how Henry Cejudo can lose this. You're going up against someone who spams takedowns against a wrestling champion. All I'm saying is eventually he's going to run into the mouth of a guillotine or something. I'm not going to say Henry Cejudo submits him, but at the same time, I just don't see Henry Cejudo losing. He won a split decision with the champion. People are like, Merab Dvalishvili is getting absolutely dominating him. By doing what? Spamming takedowns against a wrestling world champion. He's about to get submitted. He needs to go on the feet. And can he do something on the feet against Henry Cejudo? Probably, because Henry Cejudo is short as hell. But no, I got Henry Cejudo, unanimous decision over 3 rounds. Merab Dvalishvili, ass. He ain't winning. He ain't winning against the American champion, bro. You ain't doing nothing. Against the wrestling world champion and the former double champion. Come on, you ain't doing nothing. 36. He's 36 years young. He had 3 years, which, he basically retired at 33, came back at 36. All I'm saying is 3 years to recover your muscles and get your mind right. Henry Cejudo about to absolutely destroy Merab. I'm just saying that. I got Merab losing unanimous decision. People are like, but look at his wins. Look at Henry Cejudo's losses. His loss is better than all of Merab's wins. Look at that. Simple as that. And of course, you got Geoff Neal, or I don't know how they say it, Giraffe Neal or something, taking on the undefeated and the future Gary. 13-0 with a pretty good stoppage ratio, 7 knockouts, 1 submission. Very nice. Only 26 years old. Very nice. Of course, you'll be taking on Neal. Geoff Hands of Steel Neal. That is a nice nickname. 33 years of age, 15 wins, 5 losses. Very good stoppage ratio as well. 11 stoppages, 9 by knockout, 2 by submission. Of course, he has also lost 3 times via stoppage. But of course, that 1 KO loss was, of course, to Shavkat Rakhmonov via rear naked choke in the last round of their barn burner. Of course, before that, he beat Vicente Luque, who Gary was supposed to fight, but of course pulled out because of infection or something. I don't know. He was sick. The thing is, he lost to Neil Magny. And Wonderboy Thompson makes sense, but how do you lose to Neil Magny? Like, oh, Neil Magny is all this. But then again, that was 2021. Gary beat Neil Magny in 2023. Very obviously, 2 years after. But then again, Neil Magny is coming off of a third-round stoppage win in Canada, bro. I was laughing my ass off when that happened. I was like, bro, how you dominate someone for 2.5 rounds and get stopped in the last one, bro? That's just embarrassing. But, it's good. People are saying Ian Gary is going to lose to Neil for the sole fact that he got chin checked for a quick second. I don't know against who, but the thing is, he is very vulnerable in close exchanges, which, of course, Neil is very good at. With that being said, Neil's coming off of a stoppage loss. Well, stoppage losses aren't the same. Like, getting choked out is not the same as getting absolutely chin checked. But they were saying, "Oh no, I got Neil." But most of the time, they're just picking Neil because they don't like Gary. Why don't they like Gary? He has a wife. I don't know. I don't really keep up with UFC T. But of course, there is one deciding factor that Neil will win this. He's from the USA, baby. USA. Man, he's an absolute machine. You don't beat the hands of steel. You know who else has his hands of steel? Superman. You think you're gonna beat Superman? You ain't beating. I don't know why he picked Power Rangers as the suit. He could have picked Superman. But hey, Power Rangers are cool too. Do I got Geoff Neal or what? How do y'all pronounce it? Geoff Neal. I got him winning third round stoppage. All I'm gonna say is I trust Neil. I trust his hands of steel, and then again, his most recent loss in a barn burner was not too long ago in terms of, him being out for that long. With that being said, does Ian Gary have a huge chance? I mean, yeah, he's undefeated for a reason. But then again, he's coming off of a win against Neil Magny. Not really something to be hyping up. But of course, I got Neil winning third round stoppage. Is it because he is American? Maybe. It could also be for the sole fact that he got hands of steel. Ian Gary got hit, got dropped. If it was Neil, all I'm saying is if it was Neil, it would have been over. Now that being said, now it's the hypothetical co-main event. Robert the Reaper Whittaker, it's either the Reaper or Bobby Knuckles. I think I like Bobby Knuckles more. I think it fits more Robert Whittaker's personality. Of course, he'll be fighting Paulo Costa. His nickname is Barachinha, whatever that means. Of course, Paulo Costa also is somewhat of a non-decision maker. 12 wins by stoppages, 11 by KO, 1 by submission. Only 2 wins by decision. Of course, he lost once via KO and 1 via decision. Who are those people? Simple. Israel Adesanya and Marvin Vettori. Very interesting. And of course, his last fight was against Luke Rockhold, decision. That was back in August 2022. Almost a year and a half from now. Now, of course, Robert Whittaker is coming off of his somewhat embarrassing loss to Dricus du Plessis. Most people say it's embarrassing because they did not expect him to lose to Dricus du Plessis. Of course, his other losses are only to, not the champion. He is 24-7, 14 wins via stoppage, 9 KO, 5 submission. He lost to a lot of people. He lost to Stephen Thompson back in 2014. God damn. Now, who do I got winning? I'll be honest with you. I'm going to say this. No one's going to like it. If this hypothetical co-main event actually happens, I got Paulo Costa. I got Paulo Costa. He got that power. I don't know if he's going to take it seriously, or even if it is going to take it. I think Robert Whittaker's chin just got snapped by Dricus du Plessis. I think Costa finishes him in the second round. That's right. Second round stoppage for Paulo Costa. A little weird to say that out loud, but whatever. Paulo Costa just got that dog in him. I don't know. He pulled out of his last fight against Hamzat Chimaev because of a giant hole in his arm. And you know what? Good call. You know, I can see it was nasty whenever I think about nasty. But of course, I got Paulo Costa winning second round stoppage over Robert Whittaker. No, everyone's going to cry again because Robert Whittaker is going to lose. But does Robert Whittaker have a chance? Yes, but he's too slow. He's too slow. Oh my God. I don't know what happened. He just got lethargic or something. People are like, but he wasn't training right. That's his own fault. Why are you not training against I don't know, what, Dricus du Plessis had like 100% knockout ratio up until fighting Sean Strickland? Yeah, how do you not train for that fight? You an idiot for that. What the hell is wrong with you? What's wrong with you? You find someone with a knockout, like what damn near 100% knockout ratio and you didn't train for that? What the hell are you, an idiot? God damn. But anyways, main event, of course, will be Volkanovski defending his UFC Featherweight World Championship against Ilia Topuria. Of course, Ilia Topuria, aka El Matador, is 14-0, 12 wins by way of stoppage. Only 2 decision wins. Very nice. At the young age of 27, he is fighting for a title. Of course, he is different from every other person that Alexander Volkanovski has fought for the sole fact that he did not fight Max Holloway. Everyone else that Volkanovski has fought and defended his belt against was against someone who has fought Max Holloway and lost to him. Of course, even the most recent Yair Rodriguez fought Max Holloway and, of course, lost to Max Holloway. Of course, him skipping him is a lot of people are like, now there's a lot of a lot of questions. Without fighting Max Holloway, there's not really a nice place to gauge him at. But anyways, the reigning champion Alexander the Great Volkanovski, 26-3, with 16 wins by way of stoppage and 10 decision wins, 13 wins by way of knockout and 3 submission wins. Very obviously, not a stoppage knockout, not a stoppage, artist. Not very much a knockout artist or even stoppage artist. Of course, he has 3 losses, 2 by knockout, 1 by decision. Of course, people know who the decision and knockout loss came to, but who did he lose to before? Simple. He lost to Corey Nelson back in 2013, and then he went on an undefeated run to become UFC Featherweight World Champion. Of course, defeating Max Holloway not once, not twice, but 3 different times. Of course, a lot of people are like, damn, that is a lot of times. But then again, I say, let's run it back. 4th time's the charm, Max Holloway, let's get it. But anyways, he lost to Islam Makhachev February 11th, 2023. Unanimous decision loss. Of course, most people thought that Volkanovski won. Whether that's true or not, it doesn't matter because in the rematch, Makhachev Volkanovski 2, he lost via head kick in the very first round. Yeah, that's gonna say a lot. But before that, he did defeat Yair Rodriguez 3rd round stoppage. Very nice. But the thing is, a lot of people are like, oh, why y'all disrespecting the GOAT, Alexander Volkanovski? Y'all don't know who you're talking about. Yeah, we're talking about a 35-year-old man who is coming off of a first round stoppage loss to the man that most people thought he beat. Not only that, he also said that he drank a lot before the fight. Of course, whether or not that being excuses is another reason why I think Ilia Topuria is going to win. By the way, I pick Ilia Topuria to win. So for the sole fact that you don't come off of a knockout like he did at the age of 35 to make a career high performance, like a career best performance against a young, hungry fighter like Ilia Topuria. People are like, Ilia Topuria is cocky, he's whatever. He's promoting the fight in a way that most people like. Kind of. Not really, because people hate him for that. But at least it's not like Colby Covington, right? He's a new one. He's just basically saying he's going to beat Volkanovski. I do believe him. Why? Because Ilia Topuria has that power. He has that dog in him. Of course, not a lot of wins by TKO, but a lot more with double the wins in submission. Of course, people are like, oh, Volkanovski is going to have to switch it up and go ground game with him. He's not going to do that. Against Topuria, he's not going to do that. Not to mention, not only, like I said, he's 35, coming off of a stoppage win, and he's not even mentally there. All I'm saying is, everything that could go wrong is going wrong for Alexander Volkanovski. He's clearly out of it. I'm just saying, he clearly is not putting his best for Ilia Topuria. And Ilia Topuria will take full advantage of that. Now, will it be stoppage win or not? I do think so. I think Ilia Topuria stops Volkanovski, which will be one of the weirdest matchups, which will be the weirdest outcome after people are saying, oh, Alexander Volkanovski is going to do the career best win on him. I don't think so. Like I said, 35 coming off of a knockout loss, especially a knockout loss that he got, it's just a little unrealistic to believe that he's going to do anything. Not to mention, Ilia Topuria skipped Max Holloway, which means we don't know how really good is his striking. The best thing we got was Josh Emmett. Yeah, against Josh Emmett was his striking win. Of course, he went decision win with Josh Emmett, which, people are like, oh, look at that. He did it while Yair Rodriguez did it in 3 rounds. He stopped him. He stopped him in 2 rounds. Yeah, but that wasn't a 5-round fight, so I don't know. Maybe he just really wanted to show his striking. But of course, I got Ilia Topuria, 5th round stoppage via ground and pound. Look, man, I like Volkanovski. Great fighter. Could be seen as one of the best featherweights. Of course, not a lot of people will believe it because, well, Jose Aldo exists, so people are going to pick him. But Ilia Topuria is 27, undefeated, has power, has the mentality. Well, Volkanovski's 35, lost via stoppage, pretty bad one, and looks like he's mentally not there. All I'm saying is everything that Ilia Topuria needs to win is there. Volkanovski is a great striker. Don't get me wrong. But Ilia Topuria is getting in his head, whether or not he wants to admit it, I think he is. He's striking sharp, fast, efficient. He has ground game as well. Volkanovski can switch it up, but it won't do too much. It won't be a real threat to Topuria, especially with 5 rounds to work off of. Ilia Topuria can take him into deep waters, which is very crazy to say that Topuria, the challenger, will take the reigning champion into deep waters. All I'm saying is it's going to happen. 5th round stoppage for Ilia Topuria, becoming the new UFC featherweight world champion. Is there a chance Volkanovski can win? But at the age of 35, coming off of a knockout, I am emphasizing that because that is a genuine concern. I don't think it's going to happen. I really don't. Volkanovski reign will end February 17th. Am I being a little too... I don't know. If you genuinely believe Volkanovski will not only beat, but dominate Ilia Topuria, put it down in the comments, whatever. I want to hear what you guys think, because I genuinely think Topuria will stop Volkanovski in the 5th round via ground and pound, for the sole fact that Volkanovski is just not there anymore. He's no longer the great Volkanovski. He's the average Volkanovski. Average Volkanovski is still a great fighter. Not Topuria. Not Topuria level. Just saying. But anyways, hope you enjoyed that video. Of course, the next one will be... I don't know what's coming next. But anyways, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you on the next one.
We've taken the lead.
Gotcha 6. Target sighted. Shoot me again.
Throwing drill charge.